Good morning, grade 11. How are you? I hope everything is okay. Our lesson today is reading. Reading part 1. But first of all, let's identify our value of this week. Volunteerism. Volunteering is a voluntary act of an individual or a group freely giving time and labor for community service. Let's start with a starter. Watch the video about apprenticeship and answer the following questions. What do we mean by apprenticeship? What's your opinion of being an apprentice?
Right now, there's a huge gap between the supply and demand of skilled workers. All the boomers like myself, the old farts, we're all retiring. All the vocational trades have been gutted from 90% of the schools across the U.S. So we created the Master's Apprentice to help urban young adults find a true career path in skilled trades that will provide a decent income for them to provide for their families. My background included a lot of entrepreneurship along with working with a lot of nonprofits. From those experiences, I learned that there was a huge gap between the youth looking for an opportunity and corporations, the small businesses that were looking for quality employees. We're trying to close that gap to help these corporations find these people they've never found before. Typical student is primarily from low-income backgrounds, usually from broken homes.
A lot of these guys, they don't have a lot going for them. They're doing these menial jobs. They're working McDonald's. They're delivering pizza just to get by.
We help them develop a game plan for success.
My dad passed away when I was 10. Unexpectedly, he had a heart attack. So it was me, my brother, my sister, and my mom. Wasn't really worried about my future too much. 19, I got a DUI. Drinking and driving. I just kept getting in trouble. Just going downhill, that's bad stuff. But that was like a blessing and a curse, because I didn't know how good I had it. And then I found an ad that said, learn the trades and get paid while you do it. I hit them up and they called me down for an interview. I remember walking in the first day and just looking around, there's a bunch of dudes just like me.
5 key areas of focus on are the journeyman's paths: carpentry, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, masonry. Some of them come in on exactly what they want to do with the vast majority of students don't know. Kind of want to do this, kind of want to do that. We enhance our curriculum on top of basic skills you do in the trades. It's all centered around grades, attitude, attendance, appearance, appreciation, because I feel that they need those to be successful not only in their career but in life. We're trying to help our urban youth become the middle class. And the vehicle for that is the training, skill training, becoming a journeyman. You can make $60,000 to $80,000 a year, which will provide that family. It's hard work. I'm not getting it, but you bring in a big thing.
You give them an opportunity not just get a job, but have a career or something that will sustain them rest of their life. So you teach your kids that they can go improve that.
Over 99% of undergraduates will get hired before they graduate. The remaining 10% of the students usually get a job within a couple of weeks after that. Last class, I had one young lady, she said, take offers on what to do. Teachers and have confidence in we want you, we need you. It's something that's powerful for students to say, hey, somebody wants me. I'm self-worth. That's one of the things that makes it all that self-worth. I've been given my life experience for personal reasons, and what am I going to do with all this experience? Am I just going to go with the malnutrition? No, I need to reinvest that.
I find my job fulfilling, more fulfilling than any other job I've had. It's a whole different quality of life you live. It kind of leads into everything. How you walk, how you talk, how you look at people. It's like a paradigm shift. Only one person, man.
In our series Catalyst, we're profiling inspiring social entrepreneurs who are developing bold solutions to our biggest problems. Subscribe for free now and be the first to see new episodes.
Now, what do we mean by apprenticeship according to what you have understood from the video? It's like a career path for people who don't like to go on in their study in the university. It may be a talent for them also. What's your opinion of being an apprentice? Do you like that or not? Objective 1. To talk fluently about the options available for young people who are not interested in going to university. Open student book, page 14, exercise A. What options are there for young people who are not interested in going to university? Will they stop their education? Will they stay at home? Think about any other options. Question 2. Would any of them appeal to you? Have you ever imagined yourself worked as carpenter, plumber, electrician? Think about that and tell me why or why not. Here is the text. You can read it very well. You can pause the video and come back to me to answer the question. Read the text about apprenticeships and their benefits. What's Richard Martin's main point about doing an apprenticeship? Go back to the text, read it very well, pause the video, now, what's Richard Martin's main point about doing an apprenticeship? Read the given answers very well and choose the correct one. Yes, excellent. It's a pathway that can lead to success. Now, read it again and underline any unknown words and try to get the meaning from the context. Objective 2. Identify specific information correctly by answering the given questions in exercise C after reading the text on page 14. Here are some questions. Are looking for answers. They are related to details standard. For example, the first question, what does becoming an apprentice mean? It means you work for a company and learn the skills needed for a job on the spot. Question 2. How many days does an apprentice usually work for? According to the text, 3 days. How many days do apprentices work at Richard Martin's company? According to the text, 4 days a week. What is the main benefit of an apprenticeship? The fact that you get first-hand experience and you also learn the theory. What happens if an apprentice makes a mistake? Experienced staff members advise them and set them straight. What purpose do the tasks serve? They give apprentices the chance to show the company what they have learned and enable the company to see how well the apprentices are developing their skills. What happens if the apprentices decide to work somewhere else? Of course, they have a portfolio of work to show their new employer. What are the 2 characteristics of an apprentice that has started and stayed with Richard's company? Excellent knowledge of what they do professionally and a clear idea of how the company works. How many of his employees started as apprentices? 12 out of 30. What has Richard's daughter started? She has started an internship with a public relations company. Now, read the text again and decide if the statements are true, false, or not mentioned. Number 1. Apprenticeships are only for those who cannot go to university. Go back to the text. Number 2. Apprentices are usually expected to attend classes as well as work. 3. An apprentice's work doesn't need to be of a certain quality. 4. Both the apprentice and the employer benefit from an apprenticeship experience. 5. Apprentices are paid a small wage for what they do. 6. Richard pays his employees who started as apprentices more than his other staff. Pause the video, read the text, and complete your task. Then come back to check your answers. Now, here are the answers. Excellent. So it's time now to say goodbye to you and see you.